of course, there will be, families that are going to suffer. We take that responsibility very seriously, but it is one of the few leveraged times we have.
If Congress just said, we're not going to take our paychecks till we figure this out, that would be a noble step in the right direction, I would say.
That's not everybody can afford to do. You got some young people there with kids there.
Either can the people that aren't getting paid, though,
I think
and
that's
there's
a fair
holdout.
point. I think that's a fair point.
Okay, first that was disturbing sound from House Democrat Whip Catherine Clark. She's downplaying that families will suffer from the Democrat shutdown. They're using that she admits, as leverage, though, to ram through what they failed to get in legislation. And then that was socialist Bernie Sanders telling ABC's The View Congress cannot afford to go out without their own paychecks. 2 million federal workers are going without pay, and they're now crowding onto food bank lines. Joining us now, Republican Alabama gubernatorial candidate, Senator Tommy Tuberville. Senator, it's great to see you again. What's going on here with the Democrats? Because now top Democrat Hakeem Jeffries is saying the shutdown will go on until the end of this month.
Well, and one of their congressmen over there today kind of leaked it out. They're holding the American people hostage because they want leverage. Leverage in the next election, Liz. This is a crime, what they're doing. We can't give them what they want because it's $1.5 trillion more than we're spending now, and we're already spending $2 trillion more than we should. So you can't give them something that we don't have. You can't get blood out of a turnip. So at the end of the day, these people have lost their mind. It's not going to pass. We're going to stay shut down because at the end of the day, we don't have the money to do what they want to do.
Don't have the money. They're trying to ram it through without the legislative process. Also, there's this fatal flaw that wrecks the shutdown strategy here for the Democrats. Democrats had to know a shutdown furloughs everyone, including congressional workers. They're furloughed. These are the same workers needed to write the legislation for what Democrats demanded and more spending. Everyone's furloughed. So isn't it a simple fact that Democrats simply need to reopen the government to get everybody back on the job to do that? I mean, isn't that why Democrats should just go with a simple continuing resolution spending bill and then talk legislation later? They did it 13 times before.
Yeah, well, they're following the majority leader. Just follow the leader here. They want to help minority leader Schumer in getting out of this hole that he's dug himself with the far left group in their party, including AOC, who's thinking about running against him for his seat next year. So, they're playing politics here. They're playing politics with people's lives. We are willing to vote for the CR that they voted for, as you said, 13 times. Let's get this over with. Negotiate a little bit as we go through November, December, hopefully get a full CR for the next year because we're not going to get a budget all the way through the midterms. That's the only way to do it. But I'm going to tell you, Liz, they are buckled down. They're still got a guy on the floor that's been talking for like 22, 23 hours, wasting time on the floor, talking about reading from a book. That's their mentality. Their mentality is to just do anything they can to stop President Trump because he's making so much progress.
Yeah, I mean, U.S. troops are still going without pay, and people are not now getting their food stamps. I mean, Senator Chuck Schumer, he talked about that as people are running out of food stamps. You're going to hear Chuck Schumer, and then you're going to listen to Democrat Senator John Fetterman. Let's listen to this. Watch.
Week and SNAP were supposed to run out of funding on November 1st. Does that change Democrats' calculus at all?
No, it should change Republican calculus, that they should sit down and negotiate a way to address this crisis.
Are you surprised that vote after vote, it's just been 3 Democrats time and again who voted for this bill? Does that surprise you?
Yeah, it's Groundhog Day, and I'm just saying, and it's not entertaining. That's a great movie, but this is
Yeah, so that's Senator Fetterman saying this is bad. I mean, Democrats supposedly wanted to protect federal workers, but they're not. And it looked like Senator Chuck Schumer was looking at a cheat sheet there. I mean, he's saying the Republicans have to reopen, but they're the ones who are ramming this through, just circumventing the legislative process to do what they couldn't get through legislation.
Exactly. Well, the one big beautiful bill, obviously we cut out the subsidies to Obamacare. A lot of this is about Obamacare. It's been a disaster for 12 years. We have a really a healthcare system that's on the verge of collapse because of the expense and the high cost. And why is that? Because the government has subsidized all this for years, and now The chickens are coming home to roost. We have no money, and so they own this. They passed this Obamacare nonsense. They said it's affordable, it could be done. It can't be done. We've got to get some kind of health care system that's going to work in this country, and the American taxpayers don't need to be paying for health care for illegal aliens. But they've just destroyed it from inside out, Liz. It's a disaster.
Senator Tommy Tuberville, thank you so much. It's good to see you.